Hello guys, and welcome to another Nintendo Switch Online showcase video. And out of absolutely nowhere, Nintendo added two very random games. I feel like random is an understatement here, but like, these are two N64 games originally published by Acclaim, but now they're owned by Throwback Entertainment. It's weird how they updated the box arts here, since all the other box arts on the 64 Switch Online app use the original counterparts. So I think it's kind of weird that they kind of updated the box arts here, but I've barely heard of either of these games here. There's Extreme G and Iggy's Reckin Balls. I've heard of this one just a little bit. But that I think that's only because I've seen it on like YouTube thumbnails and also like in just general collections of N64 games and box arts. That's kind of where I recognize this one from, but it does look familiar. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check it out. It's just kind of weird that they added like these just extremely random games on here. Like, I mean, they have been doing that for a while on the SNES and NES apps, and even the Game Boy app to some degree. They added like a movie tie-in game on the Game Boy app, which was kind of weird. So I guess it's not too out of place to see like random N64 games. But this is like the first batch of like just very bizarre N64 games. Like most of the other ones, I feel like have been fairly well known. But this is like the first batch of ones that like not a lot of people talk about. But yeah, this game is pretty interesting. It's kind of like a racing game that has like a lot of platforming elements. I know the game I'm going to compare it to is very different in a lot of ways, but I can't help but compare this to Sonic R, because you're not like racing in carts, you're racing like on foot, or I guess just with the the ball character that you play as. So that's pretty interesting. The controls are pretty interesting since it's like very vertical. I like the controls here. But this is actually pretty solid for like just a very obscure, smaller title. I really like these quirky, like, experimental N64 games. They're actually pretty fun a lot of the time. I feel like they're a lot better than a lot of those, like, weird experimental SNES games. Because, like, those ones aren't... I mean, there's a lot of very poorly designed, like, N64 games as well, but I feel like the N64 lineup seems to have, like, more interesting concepts, I'd say. Especially since it has another dimension to work with. But this is actually pretty fun. But yeah, I actually got first place here. But yeah, let's try one more kind of stage. And I actually think this is pretty fun. Definitely a very interesting game. Honestly, I wonder how the game will play online. Yeah, I'm not doing as well here. The perspective is a bit weird when you're kind of like turning around at like weird angles. But I think this is pretty solid. Okay, completed that lap. Yeah, this one seems kind of long, so I don't think I'm gonna play this whole one here. But yeah, I think I'll move on to the next game now. But that's pretty solid, I would say. So now we're gonna move on to Extreme G, the one that I really haven't heard of. But yeah, this was also published by Acclaim as well, and released a year before. But yeah, we'll do Extreme Contest here. From what I've heard, like based on like the comments on Twitter, this one's actually pretty good as well. Okay. So when I was trying out this game like just before recording, I was trying to figure out the controls and didn't know what button you use to accelerate. But you use the left trigger, which is very bizarre. I like how fast this is. This is pretty fun. Reminds me a little bit of F-Zero. It has a somewhat different vibe to it, since you're actually, like, you're not hovering, you're, like, on the ground. Items are pretty interesting as well. Yeah, I actually kind of like this. I like how fast you go here. This is pretty fun. And it doesn't feel, like, unfair like a lot of other older racing games from, like, this generation. Some of them just kind of feel a bit weird. This one feels very fair, and it feels like you're in control here. I think you also have, like, a boost meter here as well. Yeah, kind of like F-Zero. I didn't realize that was a hazard at first. I like how the boost meter is something you can build up. It's not necessarily like a health meter like it is in F-Zero. So more of like a different type of boost here. I just realized, is that like a laser? That's cool. Yeah, this one's actually pretty fun. I kind of got stuck in like the collision there. No, that's actually, I realize that's not a boost meter. That's literally the speed. But I do think there is like a boost thing you can do. Because I've noticed, like, when you brake and slow down, yeah, that's not a boost meter. It kind of gave the impression of one at first, because that does not look like a speedometer. And it kind of, like, lights up like a boost meter would. Because it does tell you the speed on here, like, with a number. So I think that's kind of weird, that, like, your speed kind of, like, looks like that in general. Okay, I am kind of getting close to another car here, or another bike, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty fun as well. But yeah, anyways, Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.